to challenge any person to show me a verse in the Quran mentioning to kill innocent people.
Welcome back to BelAhdan. That's a piece about Muslim reaction and celebration and Eid here in the Twin Cities in Minnesota and some other places. And now we're going to talk to somebody who actually went to Iraq and was part of the liberation operation. And he now back with us, Ken Colman, Minnesota National Guard. And it's interesting to see those people who went to a Muslim country and to provide them with freedom of religion come in here and they find the controversy of the ground zero mosque. So welcome to BelAhdan, Nick. Ken, it's very nice for you to come here. I know we talked a lot about this and it's been going on for a while, but tell us a little bit about your tour in Iraq and when was that and how long?
Well, my first deployment was in 2004 and 2005, and I was stationed in Baghdad. And our mission was to train the Iraqi police. And basically, I never experienced anything before like that. You know, I joined the military right after 9/11 as kind of a feeling of duty, kind of thinking, you know, maybe I should fight for a cause, you know, and do I have a cause? And I kind of didn't know. I kind of was drifting and kind of going away from any beliefs that I kind of was growing up with. Mm-hmm. And when they told us that we were going to Iraq, I kind of was nervous. I was kind of nervous because I didn't know, you know, exactly what I was fighting for. I went there with an idea of, okay, this country, you know, the media tells me this country is ruled by a dictatorship, and he was a bad man, and you know, we suspected that he had weapons of mass destruction, and kind of, you know, that was it. You know, kind of our, you know, the very, you know, out front thing what you would see. And when I went there and was told what our mission was, I was excited. I was excited to kind of be there and be a part of something.
Something bigger, some cause. And so how do they prepare you for this? I mean, I'm not talking about military-wise, but culturally, emotionally, psychologically, you're going to go to somewhere else, different culture, different, and they have to make sure you are really motivated enough to be there.
Yes, well, they do. They give you good briefs. I mean, they call it briefing in the military. They give you briefs on the culture. They give you culture awareness. They taught us how to respect their culture. It's not our land. It's not our area. It's not, you know, it's not where we can go out and do what we want to do. We have to respect, you know, who they are and what they believe in. And kind of like you say, Ramadan now, like we had very in-depth briefs about Ramadan because during the time of fasting, you know, we're not able to drink or eat in front of them. Mm-hmm. And you know, for us that was difficult. You know, we're, you know, in the heat that we're not used to, and we're supposed to be drinking water. So, you know, you kind of have to understand that. Okay, why do they believe this? You know, help us understand. And you know, we did understand. We got to know that they treat this time as a very, very, I guess it's hard for me to explain, but a time to reflect on what they believe in.
Mm-hmm. And you know, you have your own hardship. They have their own hardship. But talk us a little bit about, you know, this is a country where religious war and fighting was a big part of what's going on. And you know, you have the Shia, the Sunni, the Qur'an. And there we provide the stability, making sure people have freedom of religion. And what was your experience on that religious front?
Well, going there and, you know, experiencing their religion and kind of how they view things, their dress wear, how they pray, their times of prayer, and I guess what I believe, what I saw was when we were there for the first time, we went during the elections. 2 weeks in country, we were there for the elections, and here in America, democracy, freedom of religion. We have these things that we kind of keep separate. Like we go and we vote, and we go and we go to our different prayer places, church or wherever. And when you go there, to come in and you have a dictatorship that is, kind of ruled this, and now you're kind of throwing in religion and government in an area where religion is so strong and powerful, where it's kind of hard. It was hard to see because you didn't know how it was going to be intertwined.
To maneuvering this. So, a lot of people went to Iraq, young American like you, women and men and women, and you always feel like you have to have a bigger cause, as you thought. Going there, liberate, get rid of the dictatorship, provide them freedom of religion. Then now you experience what's going on in America here about the so-called Ground Zero mosque. So take us through how your reaction, how you feel about all this controversy.
Well, America's foundation is freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and private sectors where if you own a piece of land, you're able to do what you want with it. And it's such a difficult subject to approach because my beliefs is I believe that America is, I want it to be a place where we have peace and we have serenity, that everybody can feel that. And now in an area where it's it strikes a lot of emotion with people. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's people that are disliking Muslims, more of the fact that it's striking an emotional chord that they don't know how to deal with. And maybe they haven't dealt with it yet. Maybe their grieving process is different than others. Mm-hmm. And maybe we're saying things in a different, in a wrong way, as the media approaches it. Mm-hmm. We don't like the Muslims, and the Muslims are saying, this or that. Maybe it's, hey, this emotional chord has not been dealt with yet. Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like a lot of people never been in a mosque. A lot of Americans never been even in Ground Zero, mm-hmm. Let alone being in another country and being there. Going to almost you put your life on line when you go in there to Iraq and try to believe in a better cause and wider cause, and then you come here and find out the very same thing that you fought for, it has been challenged and it's been a controversy. The people, as you say, they have the right to build their mosque, and because when we were in Iraq, there's a lot of mosques been destroyed in Iraq, mm-hmm. bombing and all that thing. With that argument, well, if you extend that argument all over the place, there will be a lot of pressure shouldn't even be there and shouldn't build anything there. In that context, do you see the reaction of the average Americans missing something, or as you say, it's an emotional running, or this is actually a genuine reaction, or just a media frenzy and a hype?
Well, I believe that the media wants to get out there what is happening. The media, kind of goes towards what's popular now, and this is a popular topic because it's bringing something that speaks to all of Americans. People that were affected by 9/11, in New York, at Ground Zero, and the people that were on the West Coast, in San Francisco. So, when you have this type of topic and controversy and stuff, it's hard to try to find out why there's a need for it. Why there's a need for a mosque at Ground Zero. And I think there's still such a wound of what happened and it's not about Muslims. It's not about a certain group. It's about a feeling of, we haven't accepted this yet. We haven't accepted it, and it's not because of a mosque, or it's not because of the Muslims. It's just because This is a very sentimental spot to us right now. We have a lot of people that are hurting inside still from it, and we need time to accept that. And, do you build a mosque? Do you not build a mosque? I don't know. Like it's not my decision. It's not my decision to say, yeah, you should build it or you shouldn't.
Well, is it the issue of building a mosque or the issue or referendum on Islam by itself? When you see the conversation now is taking place not just about the mosque, it's about Islam. Islam is evil, and then you have the guy, the new Moses wants to burn the Quran, and now it's not just